Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Napoli have defeated Genoa 2-1 to win the game and to go top of the table in Serie A, at least for tonight. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I went for a 3-1 win for Napoli. I thought it would be a lot more easier for them than it really was, if I'm being very honest with you. Like, it was not really a free-flowing type of the game. It was a more of like a cat and mouse affair, if I'm being very honest with you. In that first half, it was quite a cagey game. Napoli had the upper hand. They had majority of the possession and they created good chances. Genoa were not really in that game in that first half, and Napoli, sorry, they took advantage of that. They started really good, Napoli, since they have lost their game, and since they have basically been topper from the top. They've lost their top spot, and Napoli have played a lot better than when they were at the top, when they were doing like when they were playing when they were at the top of the table. Since coming down the last two games, they have been really brilliant, if I'm being very honest with you. Like, that first half, it was such a control performance from that. They could have easily gone 2-3-0 up, 3-4-0 up, if I'm being very honest. Like, Lukaku missed a chance, easy headed, hits the crossbar and the ball goes away. Otherwise that could have been a goal, but they really did not stop because they were so dominating. They kept on creating chance after chance, and then they get the both the goals against for the first goal, and Abdurrahmani for that second goal. Both really well worked goals, both the set pieces goal, both the times. Like, they played around Genoa's defense. For both the times, they were not really able to handle the ball coming in from the far out, especially for that second goal. I mean, the long ball and the looping header that Rahmani did, that was a really good goal to score, and to put the pressure on. Genoa had a chance early on in the first half as well, but they missed their chance, and the game stays 2-0, and we go into the second half. In the second half, the game basically changes, and I think Genoa were really good in that second half. And you have to give props to them that they really came back in the second half, fighting. And I think Napoli were a bit too much relaxed in that second half. They really did not create that many chances in the second half, and it was Genoa who basically played the game, who came in, who tried to attack, and they got a goal back. And if I'm being very honest, I really think that they were unlucky not to get anything out of this game, because in that second half they had like 5 or 6 chances where they could have easily scored. I give big credit to Mart, the Napoli goalkeeper. He is the reason that Napoli got the 3 points. Otherwise, the way that Napoli played in that second half, and the way that Genoa kept on, I mean, 2-3 times from Balotelli himself, like that long range shot, especially right at the end. I really thought that they were gonna get that second goal through Balotelli, and they were gonna equalize, but it did not happen for them. And I think they would be a bit disappointed that they were not able to get something out of this game, because they really did deserve to get something. It was basically a game of two halves. The first half basically dominated by Napoli creating their chances and converting them. Second half, it was more of like Genoa coming back into the game, and I just felt like Napoli were quite relaxed. I think Conte is going to be quite pissed off, to be very honest with you. I think he's going to take it out on his players with the way that they played in that second half. There was not there was no urgency from them as it was in the first half, and they just thought that because they've scored those 2 goals, and that the way that Genoa played in the first half, they just thought that it is going to be very easy for them, and Genoa are not really going to improve. But the thing is that Genoa were not really good in that first half, because Napoli were really good. So I don't know what happened, why they dropped the performances, level of the players dropped in that second half, but it allowed Genoa to come back. They scored that goal as well. The a very well worked goal between the Vitinha and the scorer. I cannot believe I cannot remember the guy's name. I cannot remember the goal score for Genoa, my bad, but like the way that they mixed it up, it was a really a good goal from Pochettino. Like, yeah, I cannot believe I don't remember the name, but Genoa scored that goal, and it becomes a 2-1, and you just know the way that they were playing. They were the only team that looked like they were going to score, and as I said, they came close a lot of the times, but they were just not able to hit it. So I think they would be quite disappointed. In the end, they did not win it, and they stay 14th in the table. They are still not out of that the relegation scrap, and there's a big chance that they might drop. There are almost like the majority of the bottom half has yet to play. They are going to play their games tomorrow, Sunday. So it is big it's a big possibility that from the end of the weekend in the relegation zone, that really could happen for Genoa. And I think that they were, especially after this performance, it would be like a really sad thing for them to end up in the relegation zone at the end of the weekend. But this is why the league is so tight. Every single point matters to every single team, and not getting a point out of this game could really hurt them. Napoli, on the other hand, they would be really happy. As I said, I think Antonio Conte will be quite pissed that his team, the way that they played in the second half. I think for me, like they took the foot of the foot of the gas. Like they really did not care. Really did not think that Genoa could really hurt them, and in the end, that could have really costed them. As I say, for me, the man of match is their goalkeeper. Without him, Napoli don't win that game. The saves he made, like there were 3-4 amazing saves in that game. Only in the second half where he came in and he helped them and he rescued them to make sure that they get the 3 points. I think apart from that, in the second half they were disastrous and they really did not create that much in the second half as well. So I think Conte is going to be really mad about it. But in that first half performance is why they are really fighting for the title. That's what Conte has built, and he has basically changed. He's not playing that 3-5-2. He plays the back four as well. He's changing and tweaking his system. So it's good to see from Antonio Conte as well. He really wants to win the Serie A this year. As I said, it's so like they are now at the top of the table, but they know Inter are going to play it tomorrow. So are Atalanta, and with the games, like I think both of them are going to win. So unfortunately for Napoli, they might stay at the top for only one night, but it is football. Anything can happen. Anything at any team can go ahead and drop the points. But as of now, Napoli would be really happy that they went to Genoa and they got the job done. That is what Napoli can do at the moment, to be very honest with you. Like they can just keep on winning the games and keep on putting pressure on Atalanta, who are at the top of the table, and somehow some way maybe Atalanta are going to drop the points, just like Napoli were at the top of the table for almost 10 to 11 weeks, and then they drop down. So they know it's possible for Atalanta to do that. So they just have to be there to take advantage. Whenever the Atalanta drop the points, Napoli should be the first one to take advantage of that, and I think that is going to be the thinking that Antonio Conte and his men are going to go with. It's just 17 games gone in the Serie A, and we still don't have a clear picture of who we think is going to be the winner of the Serie A. So it is quite interesting. A great night for Napoli. Did they deserve to win? To be very honest, I really don't think that they deserve to win this game. Even though I went for a 3-1 win, I thought it would be a comfortable night for them. But the way that the game shaped up, the way that the game was played, I really feel a little bit bad for Genoa that they really did not get anything out of this game. I think a draw would have been a fair result, if I'm being very honest with you. But football is not always a fair. Like sometimes the luck goes in your way, and sometimes luck doesn't go in your way. And I think Genoa did not, but were a bit unlucky tonight. So yeah, that is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Napoli's performance, what you guys thought of Genoa's performance as well, and who do you think is the favorite for the title? Because for me, like I cannot really make up my mind. Do you think Napoli could go ahead and do it, or do you think they have messed up by losing their tops? So like they at one time they were like 7 or 8 points ahead, so they had that bad run of form, and now they're second. So do you think they can come back, they can reclaim that top spot, which they have for at least for 24 hours until Atalanta play their game? Who do you think is the favorite for the Serie A at the moment? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers before the end of this year, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.